Yeah, well, what they've done is they've decided to lower the resolution of their programming. So rather than you having 4K and full high definition, they're dropping down the quality slightly just because that would be less data that would have to be streamed to the viewer. So I think that's going to kind of lighten the load on the network. Because if everyone was demanding 4K and full high definition at the same time, it's going to impact the bandwidth of the network. Could cause problems when everyone streaming at the same time, especially when a lot of people working from home and all this extra data being used on the network.
Yeah, and self-isolating and everything else. Apple has released a new iPad Pro, while competitor Samsung has released pricing for its new foldable phone.
That's right. Yeah, Apple, it's kind of full steam ahead for them. They would have had an event for this product announcement. They announced their new iPad Pro and the new Macbook Air. The iPad Pro's had a decent jump up in. It's got a much faster processor. It's also got now a dual camera system similar to the iPhone 11. But this is a product that Apple's really positioning as a laptop replacement. It is quite a capable device. It's also going to be released with a Magic Keyboard that includes a trackpad and also includes mouse support. So you can use this just like you would a laptop, but the difference here is that you've got this nice big 11-inch or 12.9-inch touchscreen. It's also got LiDAR, which is a technology that can judge the distance to objects and is good for augmented reality and also good for setting up your photos as well. That's expected to go on sale next week, even though all Apple stores are closed for the foreseeable future. You can still order this online, and hopefully you get stock will be available for next week. The MacBook Air has had an update in terms of this processor speed, and also the keyboard has been improved. It's been one area where customers have spoken to Apple about the keyboard. They've got this new scissor mechanism now, so there's a little bit more travel in the key, so you can actually still feel the key moving, but also have it's comfortable and not making too much noise. You mentioned Samsung as well. Yeah, their Galaxy Z Flip, they've announced that it's going to go on sale on April the 3rd. And it's going to be priced at $2,199. A lot of people are thinking that's a lot of money for a phone, but it is actually still cheaper than its competitor, the Motorola Razr, which still hasn't been released yet because of the COVID-19 dramas with their factory. Their output's been affected. It was going to be priced at $2,699. So Samsung's come in a few $100s under Motorola for their foldable smartphone here. And it'll go on sale April 3rd. It does have all the features you'd expect of an Android device. The thing about it that it's going to appeal to customers is the fact you can actually fold it open at different angles. So you can actually position it like a little mini laptop so that you can do your selfies and have your video calls and then open it up to a full 6.7-inch screen. And then when you're done, fold down and it fits in your pocket.
Look, as the world wobbles in so many ways, Stephen, with unprecedented scenes, we talk about being in uncharted waters, there'd be no better time in history for people to be working from home or self-isolating, would it? Because you can communicate just at the touch of a button.
Absolutely right. Yeah, I think a lot of people are discovering now with their workplaces offering them to work from home. We're discovering that with the connectivity that we have, and the NBN, which has nearly completed its rollout, we can do our jobs from home. I've always said, I'm going to put this on a T-shirt one day, Tim, work is a thing you do, not a place you go. And I think a lot of people are discovering that. The NBN has come to the party and offered 40% increased bandwidth for free for the next 3 months, just to cope with the sheer number of people who are staying home and working from home, on top of the usual demands of streaming and everything else that we're doing, studying from home. So it's great to see that the NBN has done this. I think this is going to be a massive test for the NBN. It's going to really showcase any trouble spots. So it's going to really put it to its biggest test it's ever had. The rollout's due to finish in the next few months as well. So this is just the right time, I think, for the NBN to get a test of this kind. And I think what people are going to find, even when all this blows over, hopefully that'll be soon, I think a lot of employers, I should say, will find that this arrangement where their employees can work from home is something they may continue. So rather than having to have a lot of office space, they can continue to do this.
Because one of the most salient points in and around your comment there is basically it's not like people can just go home and bludge, so to speak, like people wagging school or taking a day off, because there's so many ways to monitor people's activity.
Oh, absolutely right. I think if people are working from home, don't think that it's you're getting a break from work. Like, I've been working from home for years, so no change for me. I think the important thing is for people to set a routine, make sure that you're at your desk at the designated time, have your workspace set up so that you make sure you've got a good Wi-Fi connection, you've got all the equipment you need, you've got a comfortable workspace as well. Get out of your pajamas. Don't stay in your PJs all day. Dress up like you're going to work. Make the commute from the kitchen to your workspace, and just get on with your day as if you're in your office.
Your wife's just texted me. She would like it if you washed up a little bit more, so you spend so much time at home.
I do.
Good on you, Stephen. We look forward to having a chat next week.